Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Kat Grace with Kat Grace Healing, and today I want to talk about the narcissist. Are they evil? Sometimes. In today's world, I feel that the word narcissist is a bit overused, but above all, I want to point out that the maladaptive behavior that the narcissist exhibits is due to trauma. It does not excuse the behavior or the pain that they cause others. However, it is important to recognize what the behavior pattern actually is. And if you don't know already, it's always, every time, there has been very extreme trauma of some sort. And I can guarantee that a primary caregiver had a type of cluster B personality. One, if you exhibit narcissistic tendencies, or two, have a pattern of attracting them. The soul will often recreate situations from your childhood as an adult in order for your soul to reconcile that trauma and to learn from it, to heal, to grow, and to rise above it. Sadly, most of the time when someone's main personality is built on a cluster B personality disorder, it makes it very difficult for them to do the work required to heal. And narcissism works on a spectrum, okay? Every single person can exhibit narcissistic tendencies at one time or another in their life. And I know that that's not a popular opinion, but it is the truth. So let's think about that. Personally, for me, if I'm showing some kind of narcissistic, behavior, it's because some type of deep wounding or trauma is getting activated or triggered. And so up it comes. And so the ego is first and foremost there fighting and defending and thinks it's protecting when it's actually not. But the ego is not evil per se. It's just a maladaptive way to operate in this world. And narcissism becomes where that's all they know is how to operate from the ego, which is the false self, the wounded self. It is highly distorted. So when you're dealing with someone with a cluster B personality, oftentimes you're interfacing with their distortions, not who they are deep inside. But it does make it very difficult to resolve things in a healthy or mature manner when one person is approaching it from a heart-centered space, seeking clarity and resolution, and then the other one is, triggered, and all they have is this ego mask that they're putting up. And it's like dealing with a petulant child, and it is very difficult to reason with them. I have known some narcissists that do have that sadistic streak. Thankfully, I don't know many, but I would say that they definitely make choices that show someone that's operating from an evil type of energy. Because at the end of the day, they do not care who they harm, what the consequences are. they are operating from severe shame and fear. Underneath that ego and that mask, it is a very, very fractured person. But a lot of people that get called a narcissist are not inherently evil. It's just that their soul self is buried so deep beneath the distortions and the ego. And so sometimes it can feel like they have malicious intent, but I don't believe that's always the case. It does not mean that you have to entertain narcissists in your life or run off and marry one. That's not what this is about. It's just, I kind of want to speak out that not every narcissist is evil. They're not. Anyway, I hope this brought you a little clarity. Have a great day. Bye.